What's poppin' with you, YouTube? It's your boy, Regular Dave, coming at you with another video. Excuse me, and I'm throwing you right in the middle of a fight I had, where I am down on all the cards at this point. But it was the best fight I had. It was a real good fight. And this video is a little bit in response to my boy Make You Famous commenting on my last video, asking, how's the pace of the game? Is it like, Rock'em Sock'em Robots like the demo? And this particular fight is not. Um, the game can have a very good pace. It just depends on how each person fights, basically. Um, and that's my boy Make You Famous. If you are not subscribed to his page, go ahead and do that because you know what I mean. He keeps it real, lets you know what is on his mind, how he feels. You know what I mean. He's brutally honest. Agree or disagree. Um, he's telling you what he's thinking. So I do love his channel, and I'm gonna leave his link in the description. So go ahead and subscribe to his page. I'm pretty sure most of my subs are probably already subbed to his page. So, but if you're not, go ahead and sub. But to Make You Famous, the pace of this fight I had was real good, and the dude I was playing knew how to box. I'm Shane Mosley. He's Zab Judah. Um, he knew how to box, and he was jabbing me up, man. I couldn't like. I was trying to basically box too. I was trying to stay on the outside, get some distance. Well, I tried a couple of things because everything I tried wasn't working. Everything I tried wasn't working. He was beating me on all the scorecards. It's just, but it turns out to be a real good fight. Um, but yeah, one day I got the full day with the game. What do I think about it? I think it's a pretty good game, man. It's I've done a lot with it. I played quite a bit online. Not a lot. Played about 8, 9 online fights. Not a lot compared to everybody else, but well, that's a lot to me. I did play a lot of the champion mode, and champion mode's a mixed bag, but for the most part, I like it. Champion mode is like watching a B-rate movie. I mean, a real bad movie that you only watching it because the only thing on, Showtime at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's somewhat entertaining. That's what champion mode is like. It's a predictable script that I could write. You feel me? Like anybody could write that script, but it's never been done in the sports game, so I can't hate on it too much. It is fun. It's a little different, but best believe they are gonna hit us with the downloadable content for new episodes. That's almost a guarantee. Like if they don't do that, I would be shocked. It's gonna be like a Grand Theft thing. We're gonna have to pay $15 to play from like the brother's point of view, or I already know that's coming, and I'm undecided if I would do that. But it is cool. One thing I can say about Champion Mode, which shows what they're capable of, is the presentation. Some of the presentations are like out of this world. Not even out of this world, just how it should be. Some of the presentations are like basically watching a episode of Friday Night Fights, and that's how this whole game should be. Hopefully, this is like a trial for Fight Night Round 5 or something. How they're gonna do the presentation, because it's like when you watch it, like, oh, that's dope. They got Brian Kenny in the studio. They got all the Friday Night Fight overlays. It's like, man, I wish this is how the game was. But go ahead and check out Champion Mode when you get a chance, because it is playable. I think it's fairly short because I think I might be close to the end. But yeah, let's get back to this fight, man. Zab Judah is working your boy, and Shane Mosley still. I'm gonna say I don't agree with him wearing the Mexican flag trunks. I know he did wear them against Sergio Mora, um, but to put him in those every time, man, I think that's crazy. I don't know. I mean, I've only known him to wear them once. I didn't even realize he wore them because I didn't even watch that fight till somebody corrected me on one of my videos. But to have him come out in those trunks all the time, I think that's crazy. That's just, I don't know. Um, but I can't say Shane does fight like Shane on this game. He does. They did him pretty good because he does throw his left hook, turn on his left hook like in real life, almost like how he closes his eyes and throws a punch. He kind of does that with his left. His right, everything pretty much looks like Shane. Um, so they did do a good job with him. And as you can see, this dude is controlling the engagement basically. He's fighting when he wants to fight, and basically suckered me into things. Right there, I let my hands go and I get him. I can't say when you fight and when you fight in a good fight, actually landing combos feels rewarding when it's not a slugfest, because it's like, oh man, you don't do it that often. When it's a slugfest, I don't know. That's when I'm not a big fan of the game, but you can't control how people play. So, and I'm far from good in the game. I think my record is like 5-4, something like that. 4 and 5. I don't. I know. I think I'm one game above like 500, but I don't know if this is a game I'm really gonna get good in because I feel like you have to play it over and over and over. And I use the sticks too. I never use the buttons. And nothing's wrong with using the buttons. I just have more fun with the sticks. But I think it'd be easier if I use the buttons because with the stick I don't always throw the punch I want to throw. Um, Sometimes I want to throw that straight and I end up throwing a hook. And there's a world of difference in strategy when you want to throw a straight and throw a hook. But I'm trying to figure out what's gonna work against this dude. Like I'm trying to figure out like should I stay on the outside? You know what I mean? Should I crowd his space? I don't know. I mean I know Shane has more power than Zab, so I'm like I should sit down on a lot more punches. You can see I'm throwing a lot more power punches, and I'm not sure if this is Shane. You know what I mean? Pre Balco or post Balco. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm going for it though. Basically, this fight I think is like the picture perfect example of what this game should look like. But I mean, you can't make people box. You know what I mean? If somebody wants to brawl, let them brawl. But when they do box, the game looks good. I feel like the game looks good. You know what I mean? The pace looks good. I heard him right here. I'm like, man, I don't want to just go all wild. You know what I mean? And throw punches to the air, but uh, I'm trying to throw the kitchen sink at him, you know what I mean? Because I feel like this is my last chance. This might be my only chance to really get him because I didn't feel like I can get to him very well. And he escapes danger right there. He had me hurt twice in the first round, but you know what I mean? I didn't want this video to run too long. I know it's a lot to watch. Even 9 minutes is a lot to watch, but yeah, but this is a very, very good fight, man. Very fun game. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on it, man. That MLB The Show is coming out. That Top Spin is coming out. What else is coming out? MLB 2K11. I'm gonna try to play all those games. Tiger Woods. There's a ton of games coming out, man. I'm a sports junkie, so I'll play all of them. But just bring you that fight night, that raw fight night footage. You know what I mean? I'm not one to be like, oh yeah, 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 look at me. I'm not gonna just show the fights where I'm knocking people out and all that. You know what I mean? And making it seem like I'm undefeated when I'm really under 500. You know what I mean? I'm not a Black Ops commentator, man. Those dudes are, you know what I mean? Even though I follow most of them for entertainment, but I take it with a grain of salt because a lot of the Black Ops or Call of Duty commentators, when you look, they only post games where they're beasting, and on top of that, you know what I mean? Who's their competition? You know what I mean? I mean, your gameplay is only as good as the person you're playing against. Yeah, if you go 45-1 against a room full of people who haven't prestige once, what does that mean? You know what I mean? You didn't play the game 20 days, and these people haven't prestige once, so you go on, you know what I mean, 45-1. At least in Fight Night, when they match you up with fights, you know what I mean? They do a good job at putting you with people on the same skill level. So I think, like, you know what I mean? When you can't front on a sports game. You know what I mean? You can front on Call of Duty and act like you hard, because you know what I mean, there's no good system that they can come up with to make sure that you're playing people on your skill level. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention I hit Zab with the one hitter quitter. Forgot to mention that. Gave you a little treat at the end. I want to know how you guys feel about that actually, because he was winning on every round, every judge's scorecard, every round. Do you feel like the one punch knockout should be in online play? Because this is a little unfair to this dude. He sent me a voice message I didn't listen to, but I'm pretty sure he's cursing me out because I'd be pissed if I was him too. But let me know how you guys feel on that, because I personally feel like, man, if somebody's getting in you that much, you know what I mean, beating me the way he was beating me, to get hit with one punch and lose and screw up your record, I think it's a bit ridiculous. I don't know. Get back at me though. More videos to